Hi guys, Rob Pravache here from Wizard of Light or photosuccess.com. I'm going to talk to you about family photography. And families are tougher to photograph insofar as getting them to come to your photography studio. There's a lot of people shooting shoot and burn in the area of family photography, but we are doing quite well in our photography studio. I refuse to go down the shoot and burn avenue because it's a doomed business model. You will not succeed. So the thing is, if you want to build a solid portrait business based on shooting lots of families, there's two things you got to do. One, you have to establish yourself in your area as the go-to studio, and you have to also have certain skills. You have to be good at shooting families, especially large families. You know, when you get grandma and grandpa and their adult children, let's say they have 3 children who are adults, and they have spouses and they all have kids. Let's say they have 8 kids total, so there's grandma and grandpa, 6 adults, 8 kids. That's a large grouping. Those, by the way, are family portrait sessions that I personally love shooting. I just love shooting those. I'm really good at them. I'm good at orchestrating and organizing, especially when there's a couple of cranky 2-year-olds and babies and moody teenagers. It doesn't matter to me. I'm really good at orchestrating everything and keeping in mind that the lighting, the pose, the environment, all these things are issues and areas. And it's not, that's, by the way, not an easy thing to achieve. But achieve you can with time and mastery. So my point is this, is I got good in that area. So in our area, when people need that kind of a portrait session, and it's often a 40th, 25th, or a 50th wedding anniversary, so it's a big deal. You know, it's usually the mom that, wow, I want a family portrait, and she wants to get it done. And they got a lot of money because there's a lot of adults in there. If there's a lot of professionals in there and self-employed people, they got a lot of money, so they're going to spend the money to make mom happy. Okay? So that's not an issue. So they're not going to look to you and go, are you going to give me all the files for $150? Because we want you. We trust you. Nah. No. The money is not the issue. They want quality. They want to know they're going to get a good job. So you got to push and pursue at that level when you want to become a successful family photographer. Now, those are event-driven sessions. Those are the sessions that come to you because they have a need that came up through timing. So it's grandma and grandpa's anniversary. They're having the 50th anniversary. They've been organizing this for 6 months. Who are we going to call? You want them to call you. They know you're reliable. They know you're good. Price is not the object. They want to get a good job done, and they want to know you're going to be able to deliver that for them, and you're going to be around. We get a lot of bookings that come 6 months, 3 months, sometimes a year in advance. We're there. You got to be showing up. If you're fly-by-nighty, which the shoot and burners come across as, you can't build. That's a weak foundation. So the important thing to remember is that building your brand in your community, this is important for that type of a session. Again, okay, that's an event-based session. Okay, the kids are going away to university. Okay, let's say mom and dad, they've been married, whatever, 15 years, 16, 18, 20 years. Their oldest child is going off to university or college. Oh, it's a good time for a family portrait. Who are we going to call? Now you get that's an event-driven session as well. But that kind of a session is more, it's important that you be known as the go-to studio, but it's important that if they're reminded of you. So if you have promotions going out in social media, if you have promotions going out through your home delivered newsletters, you know, let's say you photograph those kids when they were babies and mom and dad get a couple times a year, 3-4 times a year, a newsletter from your studio. Even if you do email to me is not as good, but if you home deliver it, it's so cool because they get something in the mail. Wow. With a spit glued stamp, handwritten to them. That's so cool. So you're going to be the first person they think of when they want to take advantage of that family portrait. So, and that's a valuable session too. We find those sessions very lucrative. So you want to be the go-to studio. The other type of session that is sort of event-driven is young families, but young families don't seem to have as much money. So they seem to go to cheaper promotions, and that's where I think you have promotions like we had a couple weeks ago. We came up with we just made this up, Family by the Falls. We had this one-day event. We booked 11 families. We could have booked 22 families. We didn't think 11 were going to book in one day, but they did. So now, there's an old school method. It's called affiliation marketing, where you actively go after the families and you get them to come to you. Okay? And that's another area of marketing. And I talk about this in my monthly mastermind coaching. We're doing something recently, and I talk about this again with a local high-end furniture store and the local Montessori school. And our Montessori school is small. We only have 85 kids in there, but I did a promotion with them, and we got 14 families booked so far. And these are families that are highly qualified because the kids that go to Montessori, they have to pay. The parents have to pay extra, so you know they got money. You know they're more qualified. So when you look at all these areas that I'm talking about insofar as building and growing your family portrait business, you can tell there's a strategy behind them involving time, marketing, and being active, getting off your butt, man, and going after them. You got to make sure you got something to offer. Have something to offer and take it from there. All right, I hope this has helped. Thanks.